Hello everybody, Patsy here. Welcome back to I Saw Black Clouds. Let's continue the game. Here we go.
Hello and welcome.
Reverend Peter.
Peter, please. It's Christina, isn't it? How can I be of help?
There are a few things I wanted to ask you.
Well, after a bereavement, people often want answers.
It's about Emily. She was troubled by a lot of things.
Yes, I knew she was troubled. I tried to help her where I could, but she didn't regularly come to this church. And people who aren't religious often feel uncomfortable asking advice from a man of the cloth.
Emily talked about seeing ghosts here in the village. And it's something that I've experienced as well.
It's very common after a death like this to have such experiences. Even for those that don't believe in the paranormal.
Is it really that common, guys?
I thought that too, but this is something different.
Maybe it has something to do with the story of Agnes.
Agnes? Who is Agnes?
Agnes.
It's a local legend. It dates back to the 18th century. She was a maid who worked in the Lord's estate. Her parents brought her over from Sweden when they came to work here. The story goes that she had an affair with the Lord. When she fell pregnant, he was horrified that she wanted to legitimize the relationship. It was all very different back then, of course.
And nobody helped her?
Not from the village, no. And the staff from the house, well, they turned their back on her because of the shame of it.
So what did she do?
Out of options and without any hope, she threw herself into the lake on the Lord's estate, drowned herself and the unborn child.
And that's where the ghost stories come from.
Thanks, Anne. Bye. Not exactly. It's said that she cursed the area with her death, and that her spirit returns to taunt young women into taking their own lives. It's all nonsense, of course.
Yeah, that is crazy, guys.
I guess Emily believed it. Because she really seemed to think she was being haunted.
Doesn't help that Alexander keeps talking about it. He's the Lord's descendant.
He lives here in the village?
Yes. The estate's had the same family and for hundreds of years. I wouldn't recommend talking to him about this. It's not the kind of thing you want to hear when you've just lost a friend in the way that you have. It can be a little bit grumpy too.
Well, we have to go there then. The Lord's descendant. And here we are. A grumpy guy.
Hello, Alexander?
Yes, what do you want?
I believe I met a colleague of yours today, Dominique. She mentioned to me that you worked at the clinic. I was hoping I could ask you some questions.
Very well. Come in.
Thank you. This is my friend Emily. She passed away recently.
Yes. I was at the clinic when your friend was there. but purely in an advisory capacity. I couldn't comment on her treatment.
Advisory at the clinic?
Yes, I retired as a surgeon many years ago, but I would be called back to advise the psychiatric team from time to time.
Why did the clinic close?
Yeah. Series of patient disappearances.
Ooh.
Suicides. Over the years, it led to its closure.
Were they all young women?
I spoke to the vicar, and he told me the story of Agnes.
That man's a fool. He believes in God, but doubts the existence of evil. Ridiculous.
So you believe there's some truth in this curse?
Oh, yes. This house has been under dark clouds for hundreds of years. Ever since my ancestor foolishly impregnated that stupid maid.
Have you seen her?
Of course. She haunted this house for years, burning the life out of anybody who lived under its roof. Yeah, the good Reverend hasn't told you the full story, has he? My ancestor was an arrogant man. He was also stupid. A man in his position should never have gone near one of his domestic staff. I mean, a maid, for goodness sake. I suppose her being Swedish must have added an air of exoticism. Of course, the inevitable happened. Usually these things are handled discreetly, but for some reason she thought he would acknowledge her as the father of her child. A preposterous idea back then. She had to leave, of course.
How can you do this to me? How can you do this to me? I am your child. Okej! Jag går! Men jag hatar dig för att du gör det här med mig! Förbanna dig och ditt hus!
The other staff turned their backs on her. Nobody in the village would help. Quite alone, with no family to turn to, she was left with almost no choice. They say that a soul that dies in a state of rage leaves a curse. Well, Agnes cursed us all that day.
So people believe these deaths were because of her.
Records in this house were very carefully kept. Particularly so on an estate so heavily reliant on agriculture. The phases of the moon were noted. Agnes's death was remarked on at the time because of the blood moon that appeared in the sky on the night of her death.
A lunar eclipse.
Indeed. 2 years on, and Agnes was barely remembered, until the next blood moon appeared in the sky. That night, a maid in the house swore she'd seen Agnes on the stairs, whispering to her. The days went on, and she became more and more hysterical, claiming she heard Agnes speaking to her wherever she went. The next morning, the estate steward found the maid hanging from a tree. After that, we grew to fear the appearance of a blood moon.
Even now.
Let me show you something. Out there used to be the outbuildings that the servants lived in.
What happened?
I had it burned to the ground. When one of the servants started complaining about a woman who'd be seen in the building at night, I'd finally had enough.
Did she ever come back?
I had the grounds of the house lined with salt. She never returned.
But has she been seen in the village?
Oh, yes. By the lake where she died. I really don't recommend you go there.
I just want to know if she had anything to do with what happened to my friend.
Look, I hope you find your answers. But if I were you, I'd leave this accursed place.
We are going to the lake, are we not? Maybe not right now. And what is this place?
Hello? Anybody here?
So, where is this? Why are we here? A deserted place. Straight ahead. Oh, come on. Right? I'm ready for any jump scares, guys. So keep looking. That is my friend, or is that Agnes, guys? Who is this? Look, look. Oh, it looks like Agnes. That is Agnes. I think that's Agnes. Oh, still don't know what this place is. Oh. And now we're running away. So where are we? Why are we even here? What is this place?
Oi! What's your
me!
game? You shouldn't be here. This is a closed site.
A close sight?
There was someone in there. They were following me.
Oh, there's always weirdos hanging about this place. It's bloody dangerous.
No, this is something different. There was someone behind me. I swear, I swear.
Well, we aren't there now. And what did you think you were doing, wandering about like that?
My friend was a patient here. I just wanted to see it for myself.
Oh.
I don't think so. Well, this place has been closed more than 20 years.
No, she was here 2 years ago.
This place was closed up after the fire broke out on the ward. They moved all the mental stuff to some other place.
So that was a clinic. I'm not very sure about the ghost, guys. Was that Agnes? Or was that my friend? I'm not sure. They do look alike. The ghost faces look alike. Alexander or Reverend Peter? Reverend. Did I click in time?
Hello again. I'm just on my way to visit someone. Is it urgent?
I just wanted to know if you recognize this person.
Oh.
Yeah, I know who that is. Why'd you ask?
I think she had something to do with why Emily died.
Her name's Lucy. She disappeared 3 years ago.
Lucy? Another character.
Do you know why?
Apparently, she started saying that she was visited by a woman called Agnes, who started talking to her at night.
As in Agnes from the story you told me.
First, I just thought it was hysteria, mental illness, manifesting itself in hallucinations.
And do you still believe that now?
I was called away on parish business for 2 days. When I returned, I was told that she walked out of the house in the night and disappeared. It's troubled me ever since.
You don't think she's still alive, do you?
We talked about having a funeral in her absence, but her father couldn't accept it.
Could you tell me where he lives?
If you must speak to him, be careful. He's quite delicate. He lives on his own now.
A delicate character. And who is this?
So awkward.
Oh, my friend. Oh, my other friend. The one who's still alive.
Hello, Matthew?
It is. What can I do for you?
We were wondering if we could talk to you about your daughter.
Oh. Well, I suppose you'd better come in then.
Yeah, I forgot that we still have this other friend, guys. She's still alive.
Our friend recently passed away, and we felt that it might have something to do with what happened to your daughter.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear about your friend, but I can't see what it would have to do with Lucy.
Our friend Emily had an interest in what happened to your daughter. She had a photo of her.
Why would she be interested in someone who ran away from home?
Well, we don't know, but we were hoping that you could maybe help us.
Well, I can certainly try.
Did she talk about anything strange before she ran away?
Look, I don't see why I need to talk about this.
If you haven't heard from her in this long, do you not think that something else might have happened?
No, she's somewhere. Look, I don't know where, and for whatever reason, she doesn't want to talk to me yet. But I'm sure she'll call soon enough. Look, in my heart, I know she's fine.
Have you never thought that maybe she's not coming back?
Wasn't that bloody vicar? She is coming back. She's fine.
I don't think that's what she meant.
Look, I want both of you out of my house now.
That went horribly wrong,
That
guys.
could have gone better.
Go on, say it.
What, that sometimes it's better to let me do the talking?
Don't you think he was a bit of a creep? The way he was looking at us.
Yeah, you managed to get a lonely guy to chuck 2 women out of his house. Quite an achievement.
Shut up. Besides, I've got an idea.
An idea? Again? Are we gonna lie this time? Around?
Hi. Sorry, I thought I should come and apologise for my friend's behaviour. Do you mind if I come back in?
All right, come on then.
Thank you, Mr. Delicate Guy. Oh. What are we doing? Are we breaking the law? Turning into a criminal now. Amazon.com. He ordered something from Amazon.
Yes, look, I'm sorry, I probably
Upstairs.
overreacted, but yeah, I have to say my wife has probably made things worse. She's constantly at me for support, financial, I mean. And I just
Clues
don't
are always
have it.
upstairs, guys.
I don't know what to do.
Photo album. Maybe they know each other, guys. Lucy and my dead friend. Do they know each other? Oh, that is all? Oh, that was pointless. Be careful about ghosts in the closet. Ooh. Another notebook. Leave me alone. The lake near the orchard is where she told me to go. Broken-hearted soul. She understands my pain so much. Oh, Agnes? Picture of Agnes. So it seems to me that Agnes only visits very troubled young women in town. Those are her preferred victims.
Can't believe we just did that. I hope you found something.
I think I did.
I thought we were never going to get out of there. Did you smell the drink on him?
Hello. Poor guy.
What was that?